we compare Jesus, Buddha, neuroscience, Marcus Aurelius. Adventure homework number 1, choose your fruits. Adventure homework number 2, choose just one this week, all week. So I was chatting with my stepmom this past weekend while we had the entire immediate family together for a lovely time in Austin, Texas. Side note, such a freaking cute little town. And we were discussing ways we stay aligned, essentially. I was telling her about this episode called Inner Peace, It's Not That Hard. And it really isn't, y'all. Go watch it after this one. And she shared a practice that she has that really took up a lot of pretty space in my head in the most fantastic way. Now, she is deeply devoted to homie Jesus through her faith in Christianity. So we honestly don't often have convos about spirituality because my dad and she don't like the idea that any other religion is as valid as Christianity. And our whole vibe here is teaching the world they're all basically saying the same thing. So she hesitated before telling me because she protects her faith like one of her children, and she is a real good mom, y'all. But I coaxed it out of her and was absolutely delighted. Before she even gets out of bed, she starts the day reciting the 9 fruits of the Spirit. First of all, stop with that name of the practice being absolutely delicious. Okay, don't stop, ever. But second of all, it is such a powerful and beautiful alignment practice that I knew I had to share it with everyone. A lot of us can't prescribe to the whole religion of Christianity because of problematic idiosyncrasies, not the least of which is opinion on who can love who and how people can treat their own bodies. This is putting it wildly, mildly, of course. But listen, you cannot throw out the baby Jesus with the patriarchal bathwater. Anywho, listen, this lovely mama bear aligns herself with spirit, which is something we all can be and should be doing, aligning with spirit, should be doing only if we want lightness, grace, joy, success, health, forgiveness, abundance, and all the yummiest parts of life to flow to us with ease. That is what we do here at Staying Aligned. If you're here, you are meant to be here. I'm Jamie Roddy. I am your deeply fallible cohort through the chaos of life. And today we're getting into this easy peasy lemon squeezy practice called the 9 fruits of the Spirit. We'll also be seeing how this gorgeous practice is represented throughout many wisdom and love traditions worldwide. We keep it global and historical here, kids. Or pantheistic and pantemporal if you're a word nerd like this bird. Okay, so what are the 9 fruits of the Spirit, Jamie? Just get into it. Fine, Auntie Pants, let's go. The 9 fruits of the Spirit are a mantra of sort meant to be worn on the heart like an armor through which all interactions and thoughts pass through first. So she repeats them to herself upon first waking, before walking into any difficult meeting, and often throughout the day so that she can stay aligned to God. They are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So she repeats this list like a mantra throughout the day so that before she reacts to bad news or another's behavior, she filters her response through that lens of the 9 fruits. It's like being like God to see like God. So let's count them down in a little more detail. Love, caring deeply for others without expecting anything back. Joy, a steady happiness that does not change based on outside events. Gorgeous. Peace, quiet and safe heart during hard times. Patience, waiting without getting angry or upset. Kindness, doing good and helpful things for people. Goodness, living a clean and honest life. Faithfulness, being loyal and easy to trust. Gentleness, treating others with a quiet and humble strength. And lastly, self-control, managing your own choices and feelings well. And while this is a classic Christian lesson from the New Testament book of Galatians, you know I had to dig around for other wisdom and love traditions that have something similar, if not identical, because all rivers lead where? To the same ocean of love, truth, and eternity. If you got that right, give yourself a gold star. And right as rain, I found a whole bunch of them. So let's go around the room. The Buddhists first. The Buddhists don't call them fruits of the spirit. They talk about something called the four divine abodes. Y'all, that is real cute. The divine abodes, like these are places your heart can actually live. Oh my God. Like imagine the decor. Okay. The divine abodes, their list is loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Equanimity is one of those $500 words that simply means not getting thrown around every time life decides to be lifey. It is the ability to remain centered, whether things are going wonderfully or whether someone just backed into your parked car while making eye contact with you. Loving kindness, joy, peace, we're already seeing the overlap. Then Hinduism comes along in the Bhagavad Gita and offers what are called the divine qualities. They include compassion, truthfulness, self-restraint, forgiveness, serenity, humility, and nonviolence. Are you guys following this? This Venn diagram overlap is a stunner. Judaism has an entire ethical practice called Mussar, where people intentionally work on one character trait at a time. Patience, gratitude, kindness, humility, truth. They don't just simply admire these qualities, they practice them like scales on a piano. Wait for the tips and tricks toward the end of this episode because I love this homework and we're going to do it together. Next up, Islam speaks of beautiful character. In Arabic, it's called akhlak. Forgive my white lady enunciation. I am trying. The Prophet Muhammad said, I have been sent to perfect my good character. And yeah, we all have been. It's kind of even too obvious. He taught that one of the highest callings wasn't simply believing the right things, but becoming he who actively seeks perfection in mercy, in patience, in generosity, humility, forgiveness, gratitude, and self-restraint. And Lao Tzu over in Taoism, he distilled everything down to 3 treasures. Treasures. This is quickly becoming the cutest episode. Fruits of the Spirit, the divine abodes, and now 3 treasures. The treasures are compassion, simplicity, humility. So if you live your life with these ideals at the top of the stack above all others, you'll have a really treasured life and live in a divine abode with tons of delicious spiritual fruits to eat. Do you see what's happening? Nobody copied each other's homework either. These traditions developed on different continents, separated by oceans, languages, and in some cases, thousands of years. Yet somehow they keep arriving at almost exactly the same human being. Not the same religion, the same type of person. More loving, more patient, more generous, more peaceful, more trustworthy, more self-controlled, more compassionate, more joyful. It's almost as if humanity spent the last 5,000 years climbing the same mountain from all these different sides. Now, here's where the anthropology nerd in me starts doing jazz hands in excitement. If cultures that never met each other all independently describe the same destination, that's worth paying attention to, friends. These aren't arbitrary moral rules gatekeeping you from imaginary heaven or afterlife. They're descriptions of what a fully aligned human being naturally looks like and the qualities that need to be developed to get there, which of course, sent me down the neuroscience rabbit hole because that's where I live now. 1 foot in the mystical, 1 foot in psychology. And y'all, the neuroscience accidentally ended up at church or the temple or the monastery or the meditation cushion, pick your building. But here is what modern neuroscience has figured out. When your nervous system is chronically stressed, your brain shifts into protection mode. Your amygdala, it's this little almond-shaped threat detector in your brain, starts calling most of the shots. So everything feels urgent. Everyone annoys you. Traffic becomes like a personal attack. Your inbox is offensive. Your teenager chewing cereal is so annoying, it is crime-inducing. Your patience packed its bags and went to Cabo. Sound familiar? But when your nervous system is regulated, something beautiful happens. A whole literal different brain chemistry and architecture. The prefrontal cortex, the wise CEO upstairs, comes back to work. And from this stunning corner office, you pause before reacting. Your body stops preparing for battle and starts preparing for connection. And guess what naturally starts showing up? Patience, kindness, gentleness, self-control, compassion, peace. So you can wait for this magical prefrontal cortex CEO to just arrive. Good luck. He's smoking cigars and playing golf. Or you can practice patience, kindness, gentleness like it's your job, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And then little by little, that becomes your naturally neuroregulated state. Chicken, egg, chicken, egg. So fascinating to me. Science isn't proving Christianity. Christianity isn't proving Buddhism. Neither is proving Taoism. They're simply observing the same phenomenon through different lenses, backed up by data. One says, these are the fruits of living in the spirit. Another says, these arise from awakening. Another says, this is excellent character. Neuroscience says, this is what an integrated, well-regulated brain tends to produce. Different language, very similar outcome, which honestly makes me love humanity even more because our highest self has always been hiding in plain sight. They just need to be prioritized. Now, here is what I adore about my stepmom's practice. She isn't waiting until she gets cut off in traffic to remember patience. She isn't waiting until someone hurts her feelings to remember kindness. She isn't trying to manufacture peace in the middle of chaos. She's planting the seeds before the day begins. That's alignment. That's intentionality. That's spiritual hygiene. It's brushing your soul's teeth before breakfast. And here's the coolest part, y'all. The practice does not require you to become Christian. It doesn't require you to become Buddhist. It doesn't require you to become anything. It simply asks you one question. Who do I want to be today? Not what do I want to accomplish? Not how much money do I want to make? Not how many followers do I want? Who am I practicing becoming? Because friends, every interaction today is going to become a vote. Every email, every conversation, every driver who forgets what blinkers are for, every family member who knows exactly what button to push because they installed it. Every one of those moments becomes another vote for the person you're becoming. So we're not here just to keep this theoretical or like, what a nice thing someone else is doing. We're here to create actual love, joy, and success in our lives by staying aligned. So here's our super fun homework for the week. One of two. Choose your own adventure, cool kids. Adventure homework number 1. Choose your fruits. You can borrow the Galatians 9 fruits or the Buddhist divine abodes, or you can write your own. My personal one honestly, is peace, joy, and love. And I know that sounds super hippy dippy, but y'all, this shit works. Even before I get out of bed, I say, today may I be a vessel so that everyone I meet is met with peace, love, and joy. Please let me meet every situation with peace, love, and joy. Which is so wild when she told me about the 9 fruits. And I was like, oh, I do that too. Because I'm generally recognized in the family as the wild and rebellious prodigal daughter. But 2 things can be true. So that is adventurous homework number 1. Put it on a Post-it note, tattoo it on your eyelids, whatever you need to do to keep that list of spiritual treasures above all else. Adventure homework number 2, choose just one this week, all week. One practice that you are going to absolutely master, like it was multiplication tables. This is the Judaism practice of Mussar we were talking about. Just all week, we're going to really deep dive into some trait we'd like to improve or master. Y'all, this reminds me of my friend Benham. He used to do Music Appreciation Week. Like every week, it would be a deep dive into some band that he liked a song or 2, but had never completely delved in to discover their entire canon. I still remember Foghat Week. Anyways, so like that, let's go on a week-long spree. Maybe pick 4 qualities you would like your lens to be absolutely tinted with, and 1 per week. You could do it for a month, right? Just whatever the 1 quality is per week, you're going to double down. Shoot, you're going to quadruple down on them hard all week. Like, no matter what happens this week, patience, or whatever the chosen quality is. But for example, patience. I am the most patient person in the world, no matter what. Patience comes first above all else. And you better know the universe is going to test the heck out of you. I just love this. And because I just learned about it from researching for this episode, I'm going to do it for sure. Hit me up at stayingaligned.org and DM me which one you're going to do. And honestly, I will do it with you. We can be accountability buddies. Let me know which one you want to do. I did Foghat for a week. I can do equanimity. Oh, speaking of stayingaligned.org, that's like the spiritual Facebook we created. It's totally free with no ads. Come hang with us. We've got daily alignment tools, 8-day spirituality courses, guided meditation, books and song recos, all of it helping us stay aligned. If you're enjoying this episode, like and subscribe. It helps more people stumble into this weird little corner of the internet where we compare Jesus, Buddha, neuroscience, Marcus Aurelius in the same conversation, and somehow everybody gets along beautifully. Now, per usual, we are going to ground this all into our bodies with a short meditation. Do not skip ahead. This is a gift for you to feel universe's deep and profound love for you. So here we go. Close your eyes if you're not driving, but wherever you are, let your shoulders soften. Take 1 slow breath in, hold it at the top, and then let it all out through the mouth. Let's do another in through the nose, holding at the top, and then let it all out. Now I want you to imagine tomorrow morning, before the world asks anything of you, keep breathing. Before the notifications, before the responsibilities, before the identities you wear, keep breathing. There is simply you, breathing, aware, whole. Now, imagine each of the spiritual fruits becoming a light. Love first. She settles into your heart with this gorgeous light. Then comes joy, and joy softens your face. Peace comes in next and slows your breath and softens your shoulders just a tad more. Patience opens your hands. Kindness comes in and brightens your eyes. Then the goodness light comes and steadies your steps. Then the faithfulness light comes in and anchors your spirit. Gentleness comes in next and softens your voice. Lastly, self-control comes in like a light and strengthens your center. See yourself walking through the day, carrying these qualities instead of searching for them. Notice how differently conversations unfold. Notice how your body feels. Notice how much lighter life becomes when you stop asking the world to change before you can be who you want to be. Keep breathing deeply and feel this power and peace flowing through your body. This is your true essence. These qualities are already within you. You just need to have a deeper relationship with them. Keep breathing and glowing in this space. Alignment isn't something you find, it's something you practice. And every morning before your feet touch the floor, you get another beautiful chance to begin anew. Stay here as long as you want. I'll see you next Sunday.